A couple months ago, MatPat made his reaction to the first ever FNAF movie teaser, and as I was watching this, I saw that he said this.
Again, I was worried that this would wind up as a Wally's Wonderworld, Wally's Wonderland, like whatever the one that WB did eventually come out with, which I feel like must have been a scrapped script or something that they had in development, and then they're like, well, Five Nights at Freddy's didn't want this, so might as well slap something else on it.
The amount of facts he got wrong in this single clip physically upsets me. First off, he didn't even say Willy's Wonderland's name right, and he got it mixed up with banana splits, and it's just like, god damn it. But all this got me thinking, we all know how FNAF essentially started the mascot horror genre, or at least popularized it. But there's a whole other genre of horror that FNAF also started that nobody else seems to talk about as much. And I'm talking about shitty FNAF-inspired robot killer animatronic movies. Let's start off this video with talking about a FNAF movie ripoff, which may have actually used an old FNAF movie script. So unlike any of the other movies we'll be talking about today, the animatronic killing machines in this movie weren't original to the film. Instead, the Banana Splits are a group of characters owned by Warner Bros. that were kind of like an older version of the Wiggles, almost. Here's a little game. Ask your parents if they remember the Banana Splits. If they do, then show them this fucked up movie. Wait, you're telling me this is the only FNAF fucking animatronic movie with already licensed characters? What the fuck, man? Where's my fucking Toy Story, evil, Woody, horror animatronic FNAF bullshit?
Woody, we're your friends. Shut up, Buzz. I'll kill you.
The movie follows this kid who's spending his birthday at the Banana Split show. This kid has a blonde mother, a dad who's a straight up asshole, and an older brother who hates the dad. Could this be foreshadowing? Very similar. But even though it's this kid's birthday, everything behind the scenes of the Banana Split show isn't going as planned. A lot of shit is happening behind the scenes, like how they just randomly decided to cancel the Banana Split show for no reason.
Yeah, but it's old and stupid. And I want to do something cool and edgy, so today's your last show. I'm
sorry, but that is literally the poorest excuse to have the show canceled, especially because having the show canceled is a big, important, thing for the overall story. Like they could have came up with a way better explanation. Here, I'll fix the movie for them. Throughout the movie, it is very obvious that the Banana Splits are people in costumes, but the movie wants us to think that it's, actually robots. So they should have just had the, excuse of the movie be that the animatronics were too expensive to continue on running because of all of their futuristic and human-like movements. Boom, there you go. I just fixed 2 plot holes in 1. You're welcome. But that isn't the only issue these animatronics are facing. They also need a bit of an upgrade. And by upgrade, I mean a deadly virus that will cause them to kidnap kids and murder lots of people. But yet again, those aren't the only issues we are facing in this final run of Banana Splits. Whenever the show starts, it seems like one of the animatronics are missing. Quick, Stevie, go in and cover for him.
They see me rolling, they hating, patrol.
We have to get Trooper out of Mr. Walderscheid's fence. Again.
Yeah, let's go, Stevie. Fuck yeah, I love you, man. Man, I really like Stevie. I sure hope nobody says they don't like Stevie.
Not Stevie. Nobody really likes him.
Hey, fuck you, kid. I love Stevie. I like him because he reminds me of Gizzy Gaza.
Wait, Stampy Cat? Jail? For stealing?
Unfortunately for my man Stevie, he's the first one to go. God fucking damn it, I'm so fucking pissed. This movie's shit. 0 out of 10. Not enough Stevie.
Willy's Wonderland?
I have this Gizzy Gaza book. This is how much I fucking love Stevie. But as the movies go on, the animatronics do even worse things. They set this dude on fire. They cut this other guy in half. You know, all the good shit. Out of all the FNAF-inspired movies we'll be talking about today, this one is definitely the most gore-heaviest, and I really recommend it if you're actually a big fan of gore. This movie actually has one of my favorite kill scenes in the history of any horror movie, besides Terrifier. I'm gonna blur it just because I don't really know how much I can get away with showing here on YouTube, but pretty much there's a bunch of kids who are locked onto chairs and they're forced to watch this dude get ripped limb from limb while being stuck on like a spinning wheel that was like hinted at the very beginning of the movie. And it's just super cool, super creative, and for being a quote-unquote FNAF ripoff, the whole movie's a blast, and if you can look past a bit of the lazy storytelling, you're gonna have a fun time watching it. Now, if you want to see some real, actual FNAF ripoffs, just stay tuned, we'll get to those eventually. But there is one thing about the Banana Splits movie that separates it from any FNAF-inspired movie out there, and that is, of course, the elephant in the room. If an elephant was Freddy Fazbear. It is speculated that the Banana Splits movie is an old version of the FNAF movie script. That's right, Matt Pat, more like Matt not right about Banana Splits. But if this was an old FNAF movie script, then holy shit, we were gonna get some good ass gore in the FNAF movie. So much for being a kid's game, we were gonna see Freddy Fazbear smash a chick's head in. But wait a minute, if this is a FNAF movie script, then does that mean this fucker is William Afton? I don't know if I ever explained who this guy is. He made the animatronics. He made the Banana Splits animatronics. Or could this guy be William Afton? Cause he's that asshole dad. But instead of murdering kids, he just gets exposed for cheating on his wife. Could it be? Is that bitch cupcaking? It's actually kind of funny when you think about this movie being an old FNAF movie script. It's just like, here in the movie, there's an elephant animatronic, which is like actually sort of helpful and kind of a good guy. Like, which animatronic was that gonna be? Was that gonna be like Foxy or like Cassidy? Were we originally gonna see a fucking brawl between Cassidy and Bonnie in the FNAF movie or some shit? At the very end, you see this girl who's been like driven mad throughout the movie, and now she has like an owl costume or some shit. Who was she gonna be in the original script? Was that William Afton? Maybe everybody was fucking William Afton in this movie. Okay, I've been spending way too long talking about Banana Splits. Let's move on.
Sometimes I wish I could get my chance and show her just who I really am.
I don't think you guys realize how much I love this movie. If you watch this channel, you know that I make lots of jokes about it fairly often, but honestly, this is one of my favorite movies of 2021. Well, what's that? You don't believe me? Well, can you recite the Willy's the Weasel Sings a Song video? Yeah, I didn't think so. Even hit YouTuber Lahani, you know, everyone's favorite FNAF World enthusiast, made a Willy's Wonderland song. Truly, what a masterpiece. I'll get into the actual movie itself in a bit, but first I want to point out how big this fandom grew in just a single movie. There's animations, there's fan songs, there's fan animations about the fan songs. I managed to find a couple Minecraft animations about Willy's Wonderland. That's how you know you've truly made it as a community. Ah yes, if it isn't my two favorite things, Minecraft animations and child murder. They even have fucking comic books. We'll get back to those in a minute. Contrary to Matt Pat belief, Willy's Wonderland is not the animatronic FNAF-like movie that used an old FNAF movie script. That was Banana Splits. I think I already said that. But honestly, I don't really blame Matt Pat. I can see why he would get the two confused. At first glance, Willy's Wonderland could seem like some sort of cash grab for the FNAF hype, but actually a lot of people don't realize how inspiring the story behind Willy's Wonderland actually is. The main guy behind Willy's Wonderland, G.O. Parsons, was actually quite the playwright. He wrote many plays, but unfortunately none of them ever got too popular. And then apparently some dude went up to him and said, "Hey man, you really got some talent, but ain't nobody gonna see that talent if you just stick to plays. You gotta make it to the big." That's right, Matt Pat. Nicolas Cage doesn't say anything in this movie, not so he can get paid less.
Again, the reason he doesn't speak is because they'd have to pay him extra based on SAG contracts.
But because that was just really the plan all along. Well, actually, he was going to have one single line in the film. It was right before the final climax whenever he's about to face Willy once and for all. And he was gonna say the words, "Come at me, bro." And once you picture him saying that, you can understand why it was taken out. But anyways, let's continue on with the origins of Willy. So as I was saying, Mr. Parsons was already gonna have the protagonist barely say anything, even before Nicolas Cage got the role as the janitor. But luckily, because Sensei Nick Cage thought it was interesting that the character didn't really speak, and because of his love of amphibians, he ended up saying yes when offered the role. But not everything was all peachy and rainbows just yet. Because of Nicolas Cage's busy schedule, they only had time to film for 1 month. So the whole team behind Willy's Wonderland stayed extra busy and extra stressed during the entire time of filming and making the movie. Luckily, because everyone was so passionate passionate and dedicated to this movie, they managed to beat their time window and successfully film all of it. For me, this whole story kind of adds a whole other layer of appreciation for this film. And if you want to hear a more in-depth look at the behind the scenes of Willy's Wonderland, then I really recommend this video. But for now, let's get into the actual movie itself.
Sensei Nick Cage?
Here's the horse shit. Clean up Willy's Wonderland and I will pay to have your car fixed. My name is Tex, like the state Texas. What's your name? Minnesota? Here's the animatronics. They're possessed by serial killers and they'll try to kill you. Whoops, did I say that out loud? Bye-bye now. Well, it looks like I, Sensei Nick Cage, have quite the ferocious foe to face in this wild adventure of Willy's Wonderland. Wait a minute, I thought you weren't supposed to talk. Eventually, as the movie goes on, we get some zero plot armor teenagers. You know, fresh meat for the grinder. Some of them are smartasses, others think they're the main character, but then these two are just fucking horny. They missed the perfect opportunity. As this scene was happening, the black dude should have said, "Oh, I know we're at Willy's Wonderland, but you're my Willy's Wonderland."
Quit that fucking cupcaking. Oh.
Eventually, the Popo come out to help and... Wait a minute, I recognize this scene. Wait a minute, we're going out here to help the humans, right? We're on the good side, right?
Hell no, fuck that, we're arresting Nicolas Cage.
Ah yes, another animatronic down. Just another day in the park for great Sensei Nick Cage. Whoa! Is that a hot babe? Oh, I need to approach her. I need to say hi. Oh, I'm getting nervous. I'm sorry, I'm sorry.
Fuck is this guy?
It was a nervous habit, I swear. Call me when you wake up.
Excuse me, cupcaking is not allowed in this establishment, especially to animatronic fairies. We're gonna handcuff you. Now, no amounts of plot armor will help you now.
I may have handcuffs, but now my babe is back, and she wants to dance, so we're gonna fucking dance.
But in all seriousness, how many movies can say that they have Nicolas Cage beating the fuck out of animatronics while Head, Shoulders, Knees, and Toes is playing? Like clearly the best movie.
It is I, Sensei Cage, and I'm currently fighting Willy the Weasel. I'm beating him up. I'm beating my Willy.
Well, I think it's time to check if that janitor guy is still alive in there. Well, fuck me till I weep. He actually cleaned the place up.
I, Sensei Nick Cage, have actually cleaned this place up. And now I must continue my journey in search of the 4 angels.
The what now?
Yeah, you'll get it when the movie comes out. Now it is time for me to make my grand exit. Sensei Nick Cage, out.
Hey, isn't this the same song from House of a Thousand
Not your turn to speak, lady. I didn't give you permission to speak. You ruined my outro. Now I gotta say it all over again. As I was saying, Sensei Nick Cage, out.
Hey, can I come too?
What's your plot armor level?
500.
Sure.
Well, would I be damned. Now that my Willy's beaten, I may actually reopen that restaurant.
No, yeah, you should reopen it, but instead of Willy's Wonderland, instead it's
what is it?
Penis Paradise.
I see. Yeah.
There's no promise I can make to you to take your fears away. We just need to last the night alone and pray we'll see the day at Willy's Wonderland.
So yeah, overall really good movie. I left out a lot of stuff in my summary, so that way if y'all haven't seen it, y'all can go watch it because it's really good. It's on Hulu, go watch it. Just go watch it. So what is the future of Willy's Wonderland? Well, after this movie released, a bunch of comics were made for it, a bunch of comics that I actually own. Do I recommend these comics? Well, only on digital, because physically these shits are fragile as fuck. Parsons says that he'd be down for a sequel, he just needs Nicolas Cage to return, and I hope he ends up doing a sequel someday, because I would love to see more of these characters and this world that he's built up. Did I make this entire video just so I can have an excuse to talk about Willy's Wonderland? Absolutely. Moving on.
My name's William.
Can she stop the demonic Friday before it's too late?
This is the only movie I'm talking about today that I actually have not seen before recording this, so hopefully I can record a bit of my reaction as I'm watching it. So, yeah. Right here is Five Nights at Freddy's. Really good movie, amazing movie, watched it 6 times, but no, we're not here to watch that. Instead, we gotta go 1, 2, right there. Right the fuck here. Freddy's Fridays. What the fuck? This is my documented report on watching Freddy's Friday. If I do not make it out of this alive, I don't fucking know. It even starts off with glitchy effects. Cupcaking, goddamn. Quit with that fucking cupcaking bull. Ugh. What the fuck is that? What the fuck? I recognize that dude. He reminds me of the dude who makes the call. He's like, I don't know who you are. Whoa, what is that? Little creepy bush. Oh, that's badass. Look at them. Look at this. It's the clown fucker. It's Scarecrow. That is another clown fucker. It's Freddy. It's Freddy. Not Fazbear. Not Freddy Fazbear. It's other Freddy. Why the fuck are they you dumb? What the hell? This makes no sense. Freddy's right the fuck there. Aw, that's it. That ain't even. You guys, there's a missing poster in the background. I think that's a FNAF reference. Bro, it's that one dude. The dude who write all the essays. He's the, what's his name? Napoleon, not Napoleon. What the fuck? Oh shit, okay. I can prove to you that I never touched my balls. Will you promise not to tell us all what you saw? Is this William Afton? And that's Freddy Fazbear. I know him. He's Freddy Fazbear. Oh, now back to boring characters. Man, I sure wonder who this guy's name is.
My name's William.
Okay, so they all live happily ever after. The end. What? No, don't tease a fucking sequel. Don't tease a fucking, I swear to God, don't tease a fucking sequel. I do not want to see more of this bullshit. Don't okay, you're gonna tease a sequel, aren't you? Yeah, okay. So I just finished Freddy's Friday, and I can officially say that was the most boring shit I've ever seen. Talk about a long hour and 16 minutes, man. That felt way longer. All the actors kind of sucked except for, except for that William guy.
My name's William.
The whole movie is very obviously like just one massive cash grab, and it doesn't really have anything to do with FNAF besides its name, and I guess you could say the main villains are animatronics, but honestly they're more like weird demon ghost thingies. I don't really fucking remember anything from this movie. All I remember is that this guy's name is William. Honestly, I had more fun watching that fucking Winnie the Pooh horror movie. At least in that one, most of the kills are pretty decent. My favorite animatronic was this Humpty Dumpty looking dumbass. Not really for any reason in particular, I liked his movements, I guess. But yeah, overall, definitely the worst movie we will be reviewing and talking about today, which leads us with one final film. Actually, before we move on, I found out some other stuff about Freddy's Friday. Apparently that Humpty Dumpty looking fellow that I was talking about earlier, like, has his own movies or something. The cult of Humpty Dumpty. What the fuck? I'm not watching this shit. The Hug was a 5-minute short film that was one of the many competitors in the Halloween Film Fest. And right off the bat, it starts with the theme song for Pandori's Pan Pizza Palace. Seriously, what is it with all of these killer animatronic movies and having some sort of theme song that is all childlike and innocent? Well, I guess Freddy's Friday didn't have one, but they had something better.
My name's William.
The Hug follows this spoiled little brat who wants a show from Pandori the Panda. After being denied his show, he ends up stealing the keys to open the stage. Luckily though, he gets what he deserves and Pandori fucking eats him. I actually really recommend going to watch this one if you haven't already. It's only 5 minutes and you don't even need Hulu to watch it. It's literally here on YouTube. Unfortunately though, those 5 minutes is all we ever got to experience when it comes to The Hug, because it ended up losing the Halloween Film Fest.
I just can't do it. I can't take this shit no more, man.
That's bullshit, man. What actually ended up winning? Carved? The fuck did Carved have that The Hug didn't? Oh shit, Carved had a decapitated human face and a family that watched their father get, like, eaten alive or some shit. Oh, fuck. I take back everything I said. The Carved is fucking amazing. What can I say? I'm a sucker for gore. Terrifier is my 4th favorite movie of all time. That's how much I love gore. The first favorite movie, FNAF. Favorite movies 2 and 3, those are reserved seats for FNAF movie 2 and FNAF movie 3. But even though Carved won fair and square, I gotta admit, it would be pretty cool to still have a full-length movie of The Hug. I'll take anything over these fake fan-made Hug 2 trailers. What the fuck is this? Why are people making fake trailers for The Hug 2 when the first fucking movie hasn't even came out yet? So, in conclusion, a lot of these rip-offs actually have their own story to them, and there's a lot more than what lies just beyond the surface. So if there really is a moral to this video and to this story, it's that you shouldn't judge a book by its cover.
Hey, no, shut up, it's my turn to talk. Behold, it is I, 3D printed William Afton. I always come on your back.
And why the fuck are you here?
Well, Neo, I'm actually here to announce something, I guess.
That's cool, I guess. You know what would be cooler though?
My name's William.